Thank you for watching this video about safety and study environment at the Faculty of Engineering at SDU. This short video contains highly important information which you must learn but hopefully will never need. SDU is a large place, and if an accident occurs, it's important for both you and your fellow students' safety that you know what to do. Therefore, it's important that you pay attention for the next few minutes. You can always find updated emergency plans on SDU's webpage, including plans which cover any workshops or lab facilities which you will be using over the course of your engineering education. Additionally, it's important for you to know that you can always contact SDU's 24-hour helpline. There are 3 things you need to know about Building 42, or the TEK Building as it's often called. It's the white building with all the holes in it. The defibrillator is placed right inside the main entrance. The evacuation meeting point is on the parking lot in front of the TEK building. And should you need an ambulance, the address for the building is this one. You also need to know that there are safety points set up all over SDU. Feel free to open one the next time you pass one and have a look at what's inside. Among others, this is where you'll find a first aid kit, defibrillator, and fire extinguishing equipment. On the SDU Maps app, you can find the nearest safety point. You may also have seen this evacuation equipment in the hallways of SDU. In case of fire, the person wearing the yellow vest will get staff and students out of the building, whereas the person wearing the orange vest will keep count of the people in the evacuation area. In case of an accident, you must do as you are told by the persons wearing these vests. In case of fire, chemical or gas spills, you must press the fire alarm and immediately go towards the evacuation meeting point in the parking lot in front of the TEK building. Do help your fellow students and university staff, but first and foremost consider your own safety. Always remember, doors, windows, stairways, hallways, and other escape routes must always be unblocked. Do not leave cables lying loose on the floor, and close the doors after you. Open fire is strictly forbidden. This includes indoor smoking, which will set off an erroneous alarm, and those are quite expensive. If the alarm sounds, it is your obligation to follow the rules and go to the evacuation meeting point. If you do not, disciplinary sanctions may be imposed. In case of an accident or injury, provide first aid and call 112. Please also contact SDU's helpline, telephone 6550 8888. In case of rage or violence from individuals, first and foremost consider your own safety whilst contacting the police at 112 and the SDU helpline. Assess whether you can de-escalate the situation, but always prioritize your own and others' safety first. SDU is a large place where many people are gathered. As a result, risk evaluations are continuously devised in collaboration with relevant authorities, and the threat of terrorism or school shooting is no more prevalent in SDU than in the surrounding parts of society. In case of an emergency, it's important that you know there is no shared alarm system for terrorism or school shootings at SDU. You must react in case of shots and explosions, and you must warn your fellow students. Do not use the fire alarm, as it causes people to gather in groups in the evacuation meeting points, which is not desirable in that exact situation. Instead, you must leave the university area completely if possible, or alternatively hide. Please remember to put electronics on silent mode. You must of course alert authorities by calling 112 and SDU's helpline so the entire university can be evacuated. If possible, help others, but first and foremost consider your own safety. Furthermore, please consider the fact that the police may not necessarily be able to distinguish whether you're a victim or an accomplice, so please follow the instructions you receive once help arrives. Using workshops and laboratories requires you to receive the safety instructions for the workshop or lab in question. Contact your program coordinator or the person responsible for the lab or workshop in good time before you need it. Once you have access, you must of course observe all safety rules. The rules and regulations for SDU are located on mit.sdu.dk. As a student, you must of course behave nicely and consider your fellow students, the university staff, and facilities. You must comply with the rules regarding smoking and follow any instructions received from university staff and signs. SDU has a zero tolerance policy for violence, threats, and bullying, and any cases of violations will always be investigated. The goal is for SDU to be a nice and safe space, and that no one must endure any physical or mental harm whilst attending a program at SDU. And finally, should you experience any uncomfortable situations at SDU, seek help. The study counseling services, university chaplain, and special needs support are here to help you. Thanks for watching. We wish you a great and safe time at SDU.